Hi everybody, it's Jessica, the Dollhouse curator, and welcome back to the curated Dollhouse. I am so happy that I have my sign made. I think it looks beautiful in this space. I would have my lights on so they would be all beautiful and pretty, but my batteries died in my battery pack. One of the reasons why I don't use batteries that often. And I haven't changed them out because I'm lazy and I don't need it really for this video because we are not here to talk about the sign. Today's video, we will be talking about the shells. Yes, we will. However, I initially was going to do this video as two videos. I was going to do one video on the girl shelf and one video on the guy shelf, but then hubby gave me a better idea to do a video on each different shelf. And I think that was a good idea because there is a lot of stuff on the shelves. There's a lot of information that I want to provide. You all know I talk a lot. So I figured breaking it out would be good, but I did want to give y'all a full kind of look at of the whole space before we get started. And today's video, we are going to focus on the very top and the first shelf of the girl space. And then we will continue this kind of progression of videos until we get to the very last shelf on the guy side. I hope you are ready. I am ready. I absolutely love these shelves. So first off, for those of you who may be new to the curated Dollhouse, welcome. Welcome. We have recently commandeered my oldest son's room. He moved out and I made me a doll room. There's a playlist on the channel you can check out. But one of the first things that I did was to get some industrial shelves to be diorama space for my doll room. If you have been with the curated Dollhouse for a while, you know I used to use a 60 by 19-inch dresser that we had modified out in my living room to be my main doll space and diorama space. And moving into the doll room, I wanted something a little different, and we retired the old curated Dollhouse dresser. I am so happy that I got these shelves, and in getting them, I realized this gave me 4 times the amount of space than what I was used to using. It keeps my storage down because there are so many shelves that I can use a lot of different furniture and play sets and knickknacks to set this up. And they are absolutely gorgeous. We also have lights on them. Customizable LED lights so they can be any color, they can fade and jump. They're absolutely gorgeous. So we're going again to be starting over here. And then as the video series progresses, you will get to see all of the shelves, and I will give y'all details on each one. At the very top of my beautiful Lowe's shelves, I have some of my specials, okay? So the first thing that you will see up there is my 1957 Chevy Bel Air convertible. This was the #1 thing on my Grail list, and I got it this year. I love that car, and I wanted to display it properly on top of my shelves here. I also have my Army Mini Me. This is a Marine doll head that my mom bought me when she gave me her blessing of joining the Army. I have that on a made-to-move body in the camo green uniform that looks very similar to the one that I wore in the military. I have my favorite all-time villain for the women, Miss Cruella de Vil, up here because the villains have to have top billing because I am a villain's chick. And I also have a recent addition that I got from Ken, the Dolly Godmother. He sent me the Laura Croft doll. I'm going to zoom in on her a little bit. She is gorgeous. And someone had mentioned before I got this doll about how unique her look was. She looked kind of sad and beautiful at the same time, and she does. She absolutely does. She comes on a superhero body, which is a newer skin tone, a new skin tone for my Dollhouse, and I love that. So that is the top shelf. I also do want to add some more spotlights to my Dollhouse so I can highlight the top of the shelves so that all of that area gets its highest level of appreciation as it should. Next, we are going to move down here. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. I love the fact that I have a new phone. I can actually zoom when I want to. So on the top shelf on the girls' side, I have my makeshift thrift store that I did. I got this idea from two separate channels. My Froggy Stuff did one, and Your Friend D, which is another channel that I watch pretty consistently, mentioned that she wanted to do one. And when I heard both of them talk about it, it instantly hit me, and I was like, I must do a thrift store in this space because this helps me utilize my doll display area as open, beautiful storage. So everything you see up here is random furniture and clothes, pictures and knickknacks that I use in the doll space, but I may not always use. So having this thrift store in my doll space is wonderful because I can easily display items, new stuff that I get, I can put up here, and then when I'm ready to use it, I can use it in one of the spaces. But it makes my storage look so unique, and it gives it a story. In this space, I am using, this is why I need to do it shelf by shelf. I am using some of my desk organizers that I got from the Dollar Tree to be a little fashion area. You know, if you go to a thrift store, you're going to find an outfit or two in there. And my paint stirrer to be a little ledge on top. In the back, I have another little rainbow high clothing rack back there that I have some items hung on. I have knick-knack furniture in here, different pieces that I've gotten from different places, playset pieces that I've made over, or items that I've DIY'd. This was some of the first furniture that I made for my dollhouse. It is denim made out of an old pair of blue jeans that my kids had. It's wonderful. I also went ahead and found more of my books. Let me move this chair without knocking everything over. You know, I knock something over or drop something in every video. I found more of my books and put them up there using the Dollar Tree desk organizers. Yes, these are the ones for like your pens and paper clips and stuff. And I put those together. I got a couple of binder clips holding them together. And I think that looks really good in the space. I am also, what I tell you? Didn't I tell you if I knock something over? That's okay. That's all right. Okay, so that picture that fell over is a book cover that I made a copy of in May so that I could add more more artwork to my dollhouse. It looks gorgeous. I used some wooden skewers to make it look like bamboo around it. I made a copy of the book cover, glued it onto some cardboard, put those skewers around it, and then to give it that texturing that you see where it looks like a true painting, I took clear Mod Podge and painted over the top so that it would give it some texture and make it look even more interesting in the space. I have some little comic books that I have picked up from, not Teeny Tinies, what is it? They're the little, oh, I can't remember right now. Does it say on here? Yes, these are right there, World's Smallest. So they have He-Man, they had some Barbie that was in there, some G.I. Joe. So I have those comic books that those come with. I have them up here in just a little basket. And then back here, I have a little brown piece that I got at a garage sale that I thought would be great to kind of display some stuff. This is like a tool thing. I don't know if it goes with a Dremel or something like that, but I found it in my garage and I kind of loved it. I don't know what I want to do with it other than this right now, but it has the little hinge. It opens up kind of like a cabinet. So I thought that was really awesome to add into this space. Madam Morrible is playing my thrift store owner. So there's always movement in this space. And I thought she would be perfect to be the owner for this area. And then in this curio cabinet back here, I have a little bit of everything. So I have some items from like just general stuff. There's some chessboard pieces in there that I have kept to be knickknacks. There are some chickens on the bottom that came in that brown thing behind marble because it already was set up, but I took everything off. I have some little knickknacks, this beer stein and this beautiful angel that I've gotten from one of my son's favorite little thrift stores that we go to. And on top, I have a paper version of the Glinda from Wicked doll that I made, and I have Elpha Batu. She's in the dream house. But I kind of love how this thrift store space is set up. And I love the fact that I can have all of this stuff out, but it looks neat in my space and it has a story. I will say again, I say it every video, if you do a thrift store, make sure you add a cash register or it's not going to work. For my lights, as you can see, can I flip that? There you go. They are stuck up there with the little kind of double-sided stickum that comes on the line. And for this shelf only, I have them kind of running along this side as well. I did that because since I'm using it as a thrift store, I thought it was nice to have that extra lighting up here. However, I will be adjusting the shelves because me and hubby decided that it made a lot of sense to use the second and third shelf as my curated spaces that are constantly moving and that I'm doing stuff to. So the thrift store will be moving and this space will actually become the girls' closet. Yes. And I think that is wonderful. And now that I put that other strip of light there, I think that will be beautiful because it will throw a little bit more light into the girls' space. I'm going to zoom out. I am going to give you a pan down on the rest of it so you'll know to come back and stay tuned. But I love these two most definitely, highlighting up here with the car and my mini-me, my favorite villain, and my new Lara Croft doll. And Lara Croft is one of the coolest characters. I love the Angelina Jolie movies when they came out. I thought she was awesome. And then the new girl, I thought she did really good for the new generation. But this up here, I really wanted to make special. And the thrift store here, I just thought was a great way to be able to still show off my stuff, but make it look nice and eclectic. The next shelf down, we have the girls' closet right now. I'll just kind of give you a little glimpse on that. The next shelf under that, I'm going to call the homemade shelf. That has majority of the items that hubby has made for me for my curated dollhouse. And the bottom shelf is our resort area. You will have to come back to get all of the information on those other shelves. I hope you enjoyed this one on our top and the thrift store area. And we will be back with another video. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. But if you don't do any of the three, please make sure you leave me comments and let me know what you think about the first two spaces on the girl shelf that we went through today. Bye, y'all.